Oh my god, it's so frustrating. Alright, that's not bad. Hi, everybody. It's PJ. What the fuck? Anyway. So I wanted to talk to you today. Oh, shut off. I wanted to talk to you today. I'm on my way to the doc. Well, let me catch you up. I'm on my way to the doctor's. To just, for a checkup on what all this is doing. And I'm driving. I've been driving, which is nice. I am supposed to be still using the cane, but I hate it. I hate it because I never have my hands not full of stuff. So you can't carry anything. And like with the walker, I could hang bags and stuff on the walker. Yes, I look like a bag lady with the walker, but I could like hang bags and stuff with the walker. I can't do that with, shut the fuck up. I can't do that with a cane. It takes your whole hand up. So the only problem with not using the cane, and I know this is riveting. I know you're waiting on my every word here. The only problem with using a cane is, or not using a cane is, that it starts to wear away on my other hip. Fuck me to tears. Yeah, so my other hip's starting to give me a bunch of trouble. Probably because I'm walking correctly finally, or more correctly. I'm still limping, but I mean, I'm walking straighter because I was very, I was like kind of hunched over a little bit before. Yeah, it was cute. It was so cute. I was so dateable. Like I was starting to look like the old people because I'm old. I am old. I just think I'm not old, like in my brain. Anyway. Let me tell you what we're going through right now. And so many people are feeling it. We have, I won't get technical this time because I don't think it really matters. What matters is how it fucks us over. We have a bunch of planets in retrograde. Okay, so we had Mercury. I don't know if Mercury's out yet. It might be, if it's not out, it's close. And you know what that does. I've talked about it. You're not safe signing contracts, doing anything like that, which is why when they gave me like different days to have my operation, I looked specifically at like retrograde planets because I don't want to redo it. But the bigger one we have right now in retrograde is Mars. And I haven't really talked a lot about Mars retrograde because it only happens like every 2 years as opposed to Mercury, which happens like 4 times a year. So, yeah. So, let's talk about Mars retrograde. I had a friend of mine who, she was actually a client that was a friend of Jeff's, and who, had a really nasty Mars. Now, everybody has Mars in their chart, right? I mean, Mars is a planet, so you have to have it in your chart if you're a human. Okay, so the thing is where does it sit and what does it do? For me, Mars is very important. I'm in Aries. It's my ruling planet. I have Aries planets. I'm an Aries moon. I have like other planets in Aries, okay? So for me, it's very important. But for other people, it's just some singular thing, or it's in the middle of like a aspect with another planet. It's not really that influential to their chart. Now, that being said, this girl, it sat on her, in her 12th house. It sat directly on her, rising, which also was part of her 12th house. It was not direct, it was like 2 degrees. But so it affected her and who she showed to the world, and it affected her 12th house, which is kind of like your secret sorrows, the things that are underneath things, So anyway, that all being said, her son, her not daughter, son type son, like a kid, he sat in that 12th house. That's where he was positioned in her life. It was obvious because she had had a lot of problems with him. That being said, let's go tell you what happened when Mars went retrograde on her. So I warned her up. I said, listen, Mars is about to go retrograde. It also had a bunch of bad aspects in her chart. It really was malefic to her. Listen, you're about to get hit with Mars, and it's going to be bad. Like, it's coming through, it's going back to this place, blah, 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 whatever technical crap. And I said, it's going to hit you 3 times. And that's the thing about retrograde planets, because it hits you once going over, twice going back, and then once going out. So, you know, when people say things happen in 3s, actually, it's just retrogrades happen in 3s, okay? So I tell her, I warn her, like, this is going to hit you 3 times, baby. Please, like, do something. Use the energy. And that's the trick to astrology, is like certain energy is pounding down on you from the planets. Make sure you use it in a constructive way, or it will have its way with you. I can lead a horse to water. And she is from a very, very wealthy family and well-known family in the United States. And just because they're rich, don't make them smart. So I warned her. So the first thing that happened is all her horses got away from the ranch. I should not laugh. Okay, she calls up somebody I know and says, all my horses escaped. And they went across the road, and some guy ran into one, killing the horse and getting hurt. He's hurt now. I'm like, oh shit. So I say, warn her, once it hits it, it goes over this spot. So it goes over the bad spot and hits it. Click. And something happens with her. Her horses got out. They went across this big road. A guy ran into him, got hurt, the horse dies. That's the first Mars thing. But now it's got to go retrograde, backwards. So it's going to hit that same spot again, just going the opposite way. So it hits it. And apparently her son was involved in a bunch of drugs. And so she had people break into her house, and they were masked, and they ended up stabbing her. She didn't even know she was stabbed. But remember, Mars rules guns, fires, munitions, surgical steel. God, it's like, it's the god of war. But it also rules like fire and like natural disasters and so much that is disastrous, and that energy. But if you want to use up that energy, go exercise, go have sex, really strong sex where you're sweating and you're wild. You're using that energy that's coming to you, and if you don't use it, it's going to do it to you. I'd rather like know what's coming and do it to myself. Literally. Never mind. Anyway, that's twice. So I warned her again. I said, you know, because now it's gone. So let's say this is the spot, the bad spot in her chart. The planet went across it. Now it's gone back. But then it's got to fly forward to get out of there, right? Things happen in 3s. That's what happens in 3s, is planets go backwards and forwards. And that's what they say. 3s. That's why. So did I mention that Mars rules fires? It rules fires. So my friend's son goes out. And by the way, my friend has these great big dogs, these like massive dogs. And during the break-in, the dogs hid. So anyway, so her son goes out to buy dog kibble for these dogs. And he has to buy these great big bags, like 50-pound bags of dog kibble. And he brings them into the kitchen, and which, by the way, she had just redone, and flops them over his shoulder onto the kitchen counter where her toaster sits. So he flops it on the kitchen counter, and it holds down the edge of the bag, clips the little slider thing on the toaster and holds it down. And he leaves, and her kitchen burns. And that was the end of Mars for her. So we're going through that now until, gosh, I should have had the dates. I'll post the dates here. I think it's like July, maybe the end of June. Dates. And you have to be careful, because I don't know where Mars sits in your chart, what it does to your chart. You know, it could do anything. So this is a time to be cautious. Watch out for accidents. Just accidents in the home are more likely to happen, like cutting the tip of your finger off or shit like that. Be very careful. You'll be careless around this time. You'll be rushed. Don't let people rush you. That's when you get into the accidents. You'll be rushed and feel like anxious. There'll be times you can't sleep. Insomnia will be very tough on you. You'll feel pressure out of nowhere, like pressure you put on yourself, other people's pressure because they feel pressured. Shit rolls downhill. Now, it's a good time to lose weight, because exercise is one of the key things that gets rid of this energy. Unbelievable. Good workout, sweaty, good workout. Muscles are built under this. Remember, it is the god of war. And if you want to be a warrior, this is the time. If you want to burn out a disease in your body, start meditating using Mars. You know what? That's what I'll do. I'll create a Mars meditation for us. You can just burn a disease right out of your body, burn out the symptoms, that kind of thing. Because that's what it's for. Use it in a positive way, or it'll use you and you'll be crying. I promise. You'll be crying. Anyway, watch out for Mars. She'll bite you just like I will in the ass. And, yeah, be careful. Be careful out there, folks, because this is not something you want to mess with, you know? All right. I love you guys. If you'd like to follow me down the rabbit hole that is my life, hit the button down below and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you like these kind of videos, a thumbs down if you don't. Either way, you're watching. Manifest something wonderful in your life. If you know it, think it, believe it. You can still have it too. You can have a beautiful, beautiful time with Mars if you know how to use it. So use it correctly. Don't get hoit. No getting hoit. I love you. Bye.